Yes, so good morning, guys. We'll start with our review session. So as you know that I had posted, we'll be discussing the how to trade the stocks to focus and how to put entries, because I've been getting much of feedback like how to trade, what to keep the SL, or what's the target, or what's the entry point. So we'll discuss the strategy, how to initiate our trade, how to manage our trade on stocks to focus. So basically our review will have the stocks to focus and the performance of our the positional alert. So we'll also check how to manage these alerts, how to manage the positional alerts, what will be our target, how to manage our risk on positional alerts, how to manage our risk on stocks to focus trade. So as you know that we've been posting these stocks to focus for quite some time now, and especially these are the breakout stocks which are likely breakout stocks. So these stocks can either go breakout. So as you know, the most favorable breakout time in the markets is 9:15 to 10:30. To be specific, it is 9:15 to 10:30, and the second time the breakouts may happen beyond 1:30 p.m. that is in the post market session. Yeah, so basically that will be our plan, to focus in the morning first hour itself for the breakout strategy. So that will be the clear cut thing. So basically, wait a second, I'll admit certain participants. Yeah, so just a quick walkthrough for the new demo IDs which were created, and plus the new premium version. So you can obviously go to our YouTube channel and check the introduction video of TradeClue. The walkthrough has been mentioned, what all features are there, what all details are there. So I'm not going again into that. So you can connect on the YouTube channel and check the video for a quick walkthrough of the TradeClue, what all features, what all other features like intraday features, aftermarket features, and all those features. So you can keep a track on that. Okay. So we'll directly start with the stocks to focus thing. So first of all, the stocks to focus will be given to you before the market starts. So that will be in the pre-opening session or before. So usually you can see that after 8 a.m. or between 8 to 9 a.m. these are posted onto the premium groups, and also on for time being we are posting it on Telegram and the Twitter channel itself. But these are likely so basically the prices are given to somewhat like buy above. So I'll just see today's, we'll just see today's alerts as 754 Bharat Forge and iBull Housing Finance, it was 131.2. So these prices are given, but the main agenda is that this only just buying above these prices won't help you out, or just selling below such price won't help you out. So we'll also have to see what are the charts, what are the indications, or if you have a TradeClue ID, you can also see what are the levels, probability of levels which can give you a breakout, or what all indicators you can check. So our first scenario will be this. So to check this thing, so first we'll mention that these are just a breakout intraday stocks. So please be sure that this will be only for intraday. So I have been getting many queries, sir, shall we hold once the stock has been rallied? So it is not, because our view is only for the, yes, doubts will be solved in the end of the session. And yes, this is not Ronak sir's lecture actually. Ronak sir, I'm Darshan. So I'm working in his team. I also trade, and also those who are connected with me on Telegram or this thing on the TradeClue premium group, they might be knowing me. So basically, so we'll come back to the session. So basically, what will be our core focus will be, this will be only for the intraday purpose and not for positional. So keep track of it. So stocks to focus are only for intraday. So once the day is over, either it will be your SL or either it will be your target. So that will be the thing. Now the next thing is, now since I have mentioned here 754, for example, we'll take today's example, it is mentioned at 754. So some days are such that, now today's example is iBull Housing Finance 131.2 is our sell zone. Now the one thing is, today it opened somewhere around, so this is our opening price 133.75, okay, 75. Now you can see our breakdown level was around 131.2. So whenever you're trading your breakout stocks, try to keep a rule. So do a rule based trading kind of structure. So try to see that the stock opens near to your breakout level or near to your breakdown level. So if I'm mentioning that if the stock is to be breakdown below 131.2, and if the stock is opening nearby 133.8 and then it is traveling all the way around to 131.2, so already major of the selling is done, and later on it has chances of retracement. Now if I'll check iBull Housing Finance on TradeClue, there was a green box. So when we'll come to the execution pattern as such, we'll also come to the execution pattern how to trade, but first of all we'll understand what are the stocks. So these are breakdown stocks. I can see iBull Housing Finance has gone one way up for quite some time, and we are trying to play out on profit booking basis. So there are two types of basically trade. One is reversal and one is basically breakout. So breakout happens when they are in range bound situation and then it breakouts, and sometimes reversal happens when the markets are already trending. Now if you can see that bank nifty or nifty, it has been gone up quite have been extended up. So we'll plan out for reversal in such scenario. And if it sustains or kind of LOM structure, which Ronak sir usually teaches, loss of momentum. So that from that zone, we can plan out for breakout structures to happen. So the main thing which we'll be seeing as a stock should open near to our breakout level. So this will be our one of the major rules, that stock price should open near to breakout zone. So you should be clear that if the price is mentioned as buy above 754, and if the stock is opening somewhere around 742 and then it is going near to 754, then it won't be favorable. So that's the case. So if the stock has to give a good breakout, it should give a breakout near to a buy zone or near to a sell zone, basically. So that is the major mistakes most of the traders do, that they are thinking that iBull Housing Finance might work. It has been coming, and after that chances of going down is pretty much less. So whenever I'm trading, suppose I'm trading 100 quantity on regular basis, in such scenarios I might trade 30 quantities or 25 quantities, which means I'm drastically minimizing my risk per trade. So that is the thing. Even if you want to trade otherwise, to be on the safer side, you don't trade such stocks. So for that day, because already the sellers are earning. So you can trade such stocks when the price starts sustaining, and then in the afternoon, once again, it breaks down. So that would be a more favorable scenario rather than price opening. So our first rule will be like, the price should open near to our breakout zone. So that will the best thing. So basically it's like whenever a price, so you can see any breakouts or any kind of let's see any stock, and we'll see like when the breakouts happened or how the breakouts happened. Also we'll discuss how to play out these gaps and all those things. Now see, if I want to trade this range breakout, so it was kind of a range over here. Okay, it opened here and straight away it has gone 100 points or so. So the thing is, if it wants to travel to the extreme, it has to open near to a breakout zone. So that is the main thing. So we'll discuss all this thing in the cases which we have got during this month or during this week. We'll see to it on this regard. Plus, when you are using TradeClue, the best indicator to check the breakout structures is your red and green box. So to check breakout, my main indicators will be red box and green box, which will give me more confirmation on my breakout trade, basically. So red box will be used for your buying scenarios and your green box will be using for your selling scenarios. So red box will be for buy breakout and green box will be for sell breakout. So we have the stocks, we have the red boxes. So once I get these stocks, once I get those stocks, I'll see the chart of the stocks. So most of the times, 80% of the times, the chart will have red or green boxes adjacently. So we have to just check which are the adjacent red box on that chart. So if I'm checking iBull Housing Finance, today's iBull Housing Finance, I'll disappear all the levels and I'll just focus on the boxes. Okay. Now yesterday, this was yesterday's chart. Now I know that this is a breakout zone and this is a breakout zone. Okay. So basically red box stands for selling zone, green box stands for buying zone, but we are playing on the opposite side. If you can see, I have mentioned red box, I'm going to buy, but why I'm going to buy? Basically, this is called trap scenarios, where the buyers are trapped, where the sellers are trapped. So red box stands for selling zone. If these guys are trapped, opposite move will happen for sure short basis, and this movement will be huge. Why? Because once the sellers are trapped, they will either square off their position, their SLs will be hit, new breakout traders will enter that counter, plus they might also take a counter trade on that structure itself. So that's why it is a trap scenario. So you need to see where all these such scenarios are happening. So we are playing on the trap scenario, so most of the times we are on the profitable side on the basis. So we'll see a day prior that the stocks are given to us on pre-market basis, and I know the breakout zone. So 135.5, 131.45 is one breakout zone. Now today what happens, the stock opens at 133.8. Now what most favorable thing would be, the stock would have opened somewhere around here, somewhere around within 0.75% or 0.5%. More the nearer to your breakout, more are the chances of the stock to perform on your side, basically. Because see, if these guys are getting trapped or this guy is getting trapped, so I know here is a buyer, here is some buying, and last hour also there was a buying which has happened. And plus, if the stock would have opened somewhere around here, the chances of going on the downside and breaking this level is more, if you'll see. So we'll check the cases as well, how basically the breakouts happen usually in the markets. Now today, to check, and the Bharat Forge thing, so Bharat Forge did not have any red or green boxes. So this structure is basically reversal structure where we play out on green band basis, where the stock has already fallen on the downside and it is sustaining on the downside. So this alert has also come, but it has not yet triggered because the buy level was somewhere around 755.2. So once it crosses that level, then only the stocks will get triggered. But today we are only discussing the breakout structure, so we'll see to it. We'll make some rules and we'll follow those rules going ahead as well. So first thing is, price should open near to a breakout zone. So for example, if our breakout zone is 100, so my price should open somewhere near 99 or 99.5, and not price should open near 92, because from 92 to 100 already the buyers are in profit. And then if you are entering into the trade, then most of the times, at least 80% of the time, that trade won't work. So rather than avoid such trades or trade less quantity in such counters, basically, where the price is opening away from your breakout zone. So we'll check some cases as well, certain breakout cases where prices have opened near to our zone and where prices are opened away from our zone, basically. So basically this was ACC which was given to August. Now we'll also come to the execution pattern as well. So one was a price should open near to a breakout zone, and then the next thing is check for red and green boxes on your adjacent day. Basically prior day or 2-3 days prior, there will be a red or green boxes. So if I'm buying on the counter, I'll check for red box. I'll just mark the lines as I mentioned, as I showed it to you on the iBull Housing Finance. I've marked my breakout levels, and the next day I'll just wait for it, like where the breakouts can happen. So once the breakout happens, now today bank nifty, if I'll check, bank nifty this was one zone and this was one zone. Now today it opened gap up. So this point will also clear why it has came down, or how we could have traded as per the red box scenario or as per this thing. So we'll check that as well. So basic agenda is our breakout zones will be given by a red and green boxes on TradeClue. That's clear. Now the next thing is, what will be my stop loss for these stocks to focus. So stop loss, if you're trading directly from the alerts which are given, so you can either keep your stop loss not maximum than 1%. So maximum stop loss will be your 1%. Now people ask, what is the target? Now say targets, I usually don't check the targets in the markets as a personal trader, but you can take 1% or so. You can consider 1% as the target, because say targets, we cannot decide the target. Some nowadays markets are rallying, just like certain stocks are rallying 5-10%, certain stocks are range bound, or stocks like ITC is also started rallying nowadays. So you cannot predict the target, but yes, targets can be predicted from upcoming resistance zone. So you can either add the technical and options level on your chart, and you can see what are the next resistance zone or what are the next support zone for a particular trade. So if I'm trading, if I would have traded somewhere the stock over here, iBull Housing Finance, my first target would have been max call OI zone, that is 130. Then I would have trailed my SL, and the next target, if it falls down, it might be somewhere around this green box or this monthly or weekly. I guess it is a weekly resistance. weekly resistance zone. So that's how you can keep a target, but the main agenda is your execution part. So try to work on your execution, try to make a pinpoint execution that rather than worrying about the target. So we don't worry about the targets, we worry about our execution. So execution, once it is missed, it will be late, it will hamper your risk management. So if you are trying to execute somewhere around 131 is our entry price, so try to execute around 131 or 131.05, 131.1 and not 131.7. So don't try to miss out that train. Basically, if you miss out that breakout time, then it might hamper your risk management, it will hamper your position sizing, so everything goes into tumble. So try to enter at the point of breakout. So it's not like I will be go and wait for 5-minute closing, because 5-minute closing, it can happen directly way down below. So rather than wait for, so rather than check on 1 minute, so 1 minute is also easier to trade, it's not like that difficult to trade. But you can, if you're trading breakout, you can trade it on 1 minute or you can trade it on 5 minutes. So we'll come to the time frame as well. So stop loss, I hope you're clear, maximum 1%, or the next technical stop loss you can use is like above the below the red dots or green dots. As you can see, there are certain dots which are formed on chart, like red dot stands for bearishness. So basically there is a bearish pressure on the counter, that is OI pressure. So these red dots will be given to you, will be generated during the live markets, and it will help you to take trades. Basically we follow green and red dots in index. So if index is showing red dots or if index is showing green dots, so here index was showing green dots, but no new high was made. So the execution pattern, so everything comes to your execution patterns. So whenever I'm trading to any stock, I need certain confirmation, or whether even if you're trading index, I need certain confirmation, and then I need an execution pattern. So our pattern will be, first will be your EOD analysis. So analysis part we are taking care of, we are giving certain stocks to focus. Even you can use the aftermarket analysis thing. So you can check the other webinars for aftermarket analysis, but we are giving certain stocks to focus. So EOD analysis is done. The next thing is your execution pattern. You need to know your execution pattern. So we'll discuss the simple execution pattern of NY structure, how to take these trades. And the second thing is your risk management. So all these three features, all these 3 pointers are necessary to go into your trades. And plus, if you have these confirmations on TradeClue, like red box, green dots, red dots, or if you are adding the levels, so these are also confirmations like max call OI, max put OI. So that will also see. So the main thing, our first rule is maximum SL 1%, or you can keep your swing low as SL. Swing low means if I'm buying, it will be swing low, if I'm selling, it will be swing high. Now what is this swing high, swing low? Basically you can check it on 5-minute or 15-minute of your chart. So either it will be your, so suppose if I'm entering index, suppose if I'm buying my index over here, my stop loss will be this. So this is your swing low. So swing is basically at the point of your entry, which is the last U-turn made by your price. So this is the U-turn which is being made. So always see market travels in, prices usually travels in swing lows. Swing, one swing, third swing. Now this swing is breach, and then a bearish trend has started. So once that, what we say, trend line breakdown or trend line breakout. So swings are major SL zone. So either keep SL just below the swing, or likewise. And if you are buying it, either it will be, or if you are selling, it will be above the swing high. If you are selling, it will be above the swing high. If this swing high is taken, see the trend has changed from here onwards. So trend also you need to understand how it is, and that's why we are keeping swing low as SL. So you can either keep swing, or those who are directly trading on as per the alerts, you can keep it maximum of 1% and not more than that. So that is the thing. So swing, so this will be our SL pointer. So breakout stocks, price should be near to a breakout zone, open near to a breakout zone. That is the second pointer. And the third pointer is that we need to see where they are. So this will help us in confirmation. So these pointers will help us in trade confirmation. Like red box, we know that sellers are trapped. Green box, we know that buyers are trapped. So this will help us in trade confirmation. So that's the thing. And the SL thing is clear now, maximum 1%, and swings, or either swings you can keep if you're trading from the charts. And the target, you can keep it as 1%, or you can see the technical levels on your chart, and you can decide your target likewise. So that will be our target. So target is clear with you guys. And the next thing is gap opening. Now, certain days are such that we have given certain level as breakout level as 100 and the stock opens gap up at 105. So then what to do in such scenarios? So either in such scenarios, you can either you can avoid such trades or you can trade less quantity. But when there are extreme gap openings, now we'll see bank nifty red box thing. Today it has opened gap up and a profit booking has come up. So basic agenda is whenever these gaps happen, they usually this thing destroy your structures. Like, means you have your pattern set, but whenever the gap openings happen, it will not follow your rules basic, because the profit booking will kicking, because see, buyers are already making money in the first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes. They will either book their profits or you have to wait for a new high to be made. So in gap scenarios, either wait for a new high to be made or wait for some consolidation and then wait for a range breakout basically. So ORB kind of structure, opening range breakout. So gap scenarios, whenever a stocks to focus is given to you, like iBull is given to you, and suppose iBull would have opened directly at 129, then avoid for that day. Why? Because it has already, the sellers are making money, and then most of the time these stocks will try to fill the gap and retrace back up towards your. Now what happens? I guess it was yesterday's M&M Fin, I guess, M&M Finance. So we'll see M&M Finance, I guess it was given on 17th of August. Yeah. So this is our case where this was our red box. Now we'll go point wise. First is we got our breakout stock. So we'll just check the M&M Finance alert. So yes. So this was the thing. It was posted pre-market 8:13 AM. Okay. 17 August, M&M Finance buy above 199.5. Now I know that I have my level as 199.5. Okay. This is a breakout level. So on chart, this is my breakout level, 199.5. Okay. Now a day prior, when I see the chart or before the market opening, I can see there are 3 red boxes on the chart. Now where TradeClue will help me out to more minimize my entry point. So basically, I know that there are 3 red boxes on the chart, 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 selling points over this chart, and we have given the stock to buy. Okay, now we are planning to buy these stocks. As I said, red box buy for breakout. So we'll focus red boxes for on the buy side. Okay. So we'll just place a line above all these red boxes. So from 199.5 was a breakout zone. My breakout here is 199. So to be more precise, as per TradeClue, I can understand that 199 is a breakout zone. So the time frame which you can initiate your trade. So time frame will be either 1 minute. This I need to mention because otherwise 1 minute will. So why less risk takers? Because 5 minute will be like a cozy trade where you can wait. You have all time to adjust your trades. You have all your time to calculate your risk and all those things. 1 minute will be like a quick trade where you are directly entering on breakout. So 1 minute, the structure will be your candle closes above the breakout zone, and the next candle you enter with the same candle as your stop loss. So you can either follow this rule on 1 minute, on 5 minute, or you can, or if you want to wait on 1 minute also, you can go for a Y pattern. So Y pattern is basically a swing low pattern kind of structure. So either you can trade this way or you can trade this way. So there will be two kinds of breakouts which can happen. So either a breakout can happen one candle, then a second candle, basically, then a third candle. So straight away breakout, but this case has high probability of going a fake breakout structure. Like it opens on the breakout zone and then it goes down below. So either you can follow this pattern. So this pattern is more preferable, the Y pattern. Why? Because you are getting the swing low as your SL. So we'll just mark the level. So this is the last box, which is the range bound box. And the next day, what happens? Basically, the stock is opening directly above. Yeah. So this is what the stock has opened somewhere about 198. So it is within your 1% zone of your breakout zone. So breakout was 19. Now see, if the stock would have opened here, it would have created a problem for us, because if the stock would have traveled from year to year, already the buyers would have made their money, and there might be some profit booking because your sellers are also present. So they will obviously defend their position. Then we can wait. Now see, this is what a first 5-minute candle closing above the red zone. You can either enter above this thing 199.3 or so with your stop losses below your selling green candle low, basically the first candle low. So you can keep your stop losses over here, or you can go internally in 1-minute time frame, 2-minute time frame, and you can check what are the major swing lows. So that also can be done this thing, or you, as I said, 1% ka stop loss. So that also you can follow. But the thing is, to execute your trade, your time frame will be, so those who are more experienced into 1-minute trading, so mostly those who are into mentorship batches, they are trading on 1 minute on bank nifty and as such. So they might be more comfortable on the 1-minute structures and all those things. So you can obviously trade on 1 minute the breakout zone, because see, breakouts will happen on 1 minute. It won't wait for your 5-minute close and all those structures. So once it is out from your breakout zone, it will straight away either fly or either it will hit your SL. Okay. So that's the thing. And don't try to be afraid of stop losses. So people think that even though if it works 100%, consider that it works 70%. That is our basic agenda. Like, stop losses will happen, but try to maintain your risk, whatever your risk per trade, 100, 1000, whatever your risk per trade, try to maintain, whether it be a breakout trade or reversal trade. Now the thing is, I know my structure, I know my price. On TradeClue chat, I get a good price of somewhere around, I can also enter somewhere around here. I can also enter somewhere around here. But the first 1 minute, it has already breached all these red boxes. So these red boxes are taken out, means the sellers are trapped. I'll just wait for a new high to be made. As I said, once the new high is made, and you can see there is a swing. So if I'll go on 1 minute time frame on 17th August, so we'll check what happened on 1 minute time frame on 17th August. Yes. Now this was a breakout zone. Okay. Now you will find it easier to understand the Y structure, which I'm saying. Now we are 1, 2, 3. It has breached our this thing. Now keep in mind that already 4 candles have come. So 4 candle rule or 3 candle rule, as we have seen, that one retracement will come. And see, a retracement comes, and then what happens? A breakout happens above 199.40. So your entry should be near to this thing. So that's why I'm saying that try to be more pinpoint on your entry. So either put your buy above orders, SLM orders, which we call it, or either try to go in market order structures, because certain people are say that, sir, how to trade or how to, the trade did not got executed, it just flew away. So when you're trading, you need to be more focused. Try to keep your social media or your WhatsApp away from yourself. Try to focus on your entry points once you're, because see, if you are not entering over here, and if you are entering somewhere around here, so already your risk increases from year to year. So that is the point where you don't have to wait for your closing patterns, basically. So once the confirmation is giving, red box is breached, a swing low is made, and it is entering in your, once again making a new high, you have to take your trade over here, or you can take somewhere around 10-15 paisa on the upper side, and not after the candle close, as I said, because your risk will eventually increase if you wait for your candle close. And see the same ways. So whether it be 1 minute NY pattern, whether it be 5-minute NY pattern, it will work in your favor. It's not like just that 1 minute is kind of a more speedy thing. You need to be more well versed with your order types and everything. You need to execute your trades very quickly, enter exit your trades very quickly. You need to place your stop losses very quickly. So that is the only thing or drawback of 1 minute time frame. And plus 1 minute time frame has high probability of hitting your stop loss, but it doesn't but you will be getting the best entry prices. So on a personal basis, I usually trade it on 1 minute time frame, because you will be getting a good entry point, entry structure, and your stop losses are there. Basically your stop loss, even eventually the 5-minute swing will also be this point, itself. So stop loss will be there. Once it goes in your favor, try to trail your stop loss to your entry price. So always keep in mind, once it is, suppose you are risking 100 rupees on the counter and you are getting a profit of 100 rupees, it is your duty to trail your stop loss to your entry point. It's not like from there onwards I'm expecting 500 or 600, and then after 600 the stock comes down and then I'm taking 100 rupees loss, because there are certain clients or certain students I've seen that they are just seeing their profits but not booking the profits. So it doesn't make sense, right? Just to see your profits and not book your profits. So try to start booking your 30-40% quantity. Once it starts going up, try to bring something in from the market. So breakouts are such that it will be quick and it will be mostly between 9:15 to 10:30 or 11, max to max 11. So that is the time. So those who are working in the morning, so most of the times no trader will sit for 6 hours in front of the screen. Breakout trading 9:15 to 10:30, it is more than enough. And later on, if you want to plan for afternoon breakouts, if your stock is not yet breached your breakout level, you can plan it beyond 1:30 or so. We get this level before the market open if we can put pre-market orders. See, pre-market orders, I won't prefer pre-market orders. We get these levels before, because see, red and green boxes will be given to you prior to. So these levels on TradeClue, the boxes and all these levels get updated at 7 p.m. in the evening. So basically now today's Friday. So Monday's level will be updated today itself by Friday evening, 7 p.m. or so. So you can either put a pre-market order, but see, pre-market order, you don't know whether the stock is opening gap up or the stock is opening gap down, right? So basically that's why I avoid pre-market. So just pre-market, you can just see where is the opening of that stock. So suppose the pre-market is opening somewhere over here, so try to open your broker account and be ready with your everything, your punch to punch your trades and everything, put in your quantity, calculate your risk and do all those things, because you know the stock is opening near to your breakout zone and anytime the breakout can happen. Or if you are waiting for 5 minutes, then wait for 5 minutes. NY structure, that is more safer too. So those who are trading, those who are beginners, basically they can trade on this thing. And gap up, yeah, gap up, if the stock opens gap up, recommended by above price. Yeah, if the stock opens gap up, now what happens if the gap up is very extreme? Like suppose if the stock is opening directly gap up. Now one thing I said, that whenever the stock opens gap up, usually what happens, profit booking kicks in. Okay, so in the gap up scenario, when the profit booking kicks in, I usually avoid the trade. So my breakout point was 199 and the stock, suppose it opened 199.8. Okay, so either you can wait for such structure where it fills the gap and then it shows some scenario of reversal. If there are green dots, well enough, on TradeClue green dots means buying pressure is there, OI pressure is there, then you can plan. Or if it going directly on the upper side, then you can plan over here. So kind of a Y pattern is necessary for gap up, but only a slide gap up. Okay, if it is opening extreme gap up, directly avoid that trade, because most of the times it will come down and then hit your SL, or it will be kind of a profit booking scenario. So in gap structures, most of the time you avoid, because breakouts need to happen, it need to start and then cross. So best scenario will be your price crossing from below when you are buying, basically, is the software for trading levels. Yeah, levels can also be seen. The upcoming weekly resistance, technical levels, options levels help a lot, because if you're trading max call OI is basically maximum call writers zone, maximum put writers zone. So these are basically technical levels. But to be more precise on the breakout structure, boxes and bands will be more than enough to trade. What is normal gap and extreme gap? Normal gap is basically 0.5%, 0.7%. Extreme gap is more than 1.5%, 2%. Basically, see, gap scenario straight away lessen your quantity. I would prefer that itself, because if you're trading 100 quantity, gap up scenario, do 50 quantity, 30 quantity, likewise. So drastically lower your quantity in this one. Yeah, this is for stock, this is for index as well. See, there is no difference between stock and index. Price action works same for all, basically. So breakouts, whether it be stocks, whether it be index, if I want to see index on breakout structures, basically. So today what happened, it has opened grab. Now I know that this is my breakout zone. Okay, this is my breakout zone on nifty. Now today it has opened up. As I said, it should make a high on the first 5-minute time frame. So has it made? Now it is going in a range bound zone and it straight away goes down. So my entry point would only be above if it would have crossed above this thing. So if you're trading index, the same pattern I need to follow. If you're trading stock, the same pattern I need to follow. These boxes come as a part of TradeClue. Yeah, this comes as a part of TradeClue software. So these boxes are basically your buying and selling zones, maximum buyers and maximum sellers, where we are playing it on trap side scenarios. So to take the breakout trades on buy side, as I said, red boxes, buy above red boxes, sell below green boxes. Now see here what happens. The green box gets breached. One way the selling has happened. So will you enter over here? So it is a no. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 candles straight away selling, extreme selling. I need certain halt. So one halt has come and then a swing low has made. So your stop losses will be here. Your entry point will be below this thing. So this is your, as I said, green box, sell below green box, buy above this green box. Now why I won't be selling at this juncture? Because it is already falling one way down. As I said, let it sustain, let it make a swing low. Because see, if I'm entering over here, I cannot keep my stop loss so big, right? But if I'm entering over here, I can keep this small stop loss. So that is the thing. I'm waiting for this swing. Why? Because to keep a small stop loss on the counter. So always wait for a swing to be made, kind of a Y pattern to be made, and then enter on new high. So if you are doing multiple lots, you can either trade first lot over here and add up pyramid or position size. So when you are doing breakout structures, always pyramid your position. So never average your positions in breakout trading. Always pyramid your position in breakout trading. But green dots are support. We should exit. Now, yes, green dots and red dots. See, green dots and red dots are basically live OI indicator. So they can either turn green or either turn red. So whenever I'm trading on green dots, make sure it sustains above the green dots for quite 30-40 minutes and then only go for your breakout pattern. Now see here what happened. Nifty came here and it was sustaining above green dots. Fair enough. What is my range? Now to see a range, this is my range kind of structure, a box kind of structure on Nifty. So I would have only traded Nifty once it would have given me a close above this box structure, which will eventually justify my green dot. So it's not like as soon as the green dots I'm going to buy. So green dots have shown from this moment itself. So I'm not going to buy from here itself. I will wait for my structure. So see, use these boxes and dots as an indicator, as a confirmation, trade confirmation, and which will add up to your execution pattern. Your basically your trade confirmation is required and then your execution pattern is required. Execution pattern means your Y pattern, which I said right now, the simple Y pattern or whatever pattern you are following, follow up with that. Basically in the courses you have been taught to you the execution patterns like trend line, breakout, breakdown, sandwich pattern and all those structures. But a basic agenda to check the dots. Now currently Nifty had red dots, green dots. Okay. Now I'm not going to sell or buy at this point of juncture. It should have sustained over here, made a box pattern, and then it would have given me a reversal pattern kind of structure. So use this green dots, red dots, this thing. And as I can see that these green boxes are already taken out, chances of going downside are more basically. And plus one more reason you have, because why? Already Nifty and Bank Nifty has gone into extreme zone. So there will be one day, we call it as Black Friday or so. There will be one day where major selling will come one way down the line basically. And where these boxes will help us out. Now also this buyer has been taken out. This buyer has been taken out. So chances, this was the best thing because a swing was made. One way it will not breach. It has to halt and then start its next journey, as I said. So always try to enter after a halt has happened and then try to keep your SL above the swing. So we'll come back to this stocks to focus thing. So I hope this is clear. Intraday, I am going to focus these stocks. Price to open near to our breakout zone. Similar ways, red box, green box pattern, as you know, buying above the red box, selling below the green box. SL will be your maximum 1% or as per the swing. And the time frame, either you can trade it on 1 minute NY pattern kind of structure. So it will be a and the same way 5-minute NY pattern. So 5 minute the risk is less. Why? Because you have ample amount of time and ample amount of, but sometimes the trades might be getting missed on 5 minute, or you can trade it on 5 minute new high being made. Okay, and gap opening, trade less quantity. That would be my major pointer. So if gap opening, basically trade less quantity or avoid. And the execution 5 minute and 1 minute. So this is so most of the things are clear. So we'll just go through the cases of August month. Now see here what happened. Annotation draw. Now this was our red box. Okay. Now I know that prior day red box is there. ACC was given in stocks to focus. So you can check the Twitter handle basically on 2nd August. It was given. Now what happens one way the stock has rallied over here. Now the stock has opened where? It has opened near to a breakout zone. So 2234 is our breakout zone. Stock opens near to it. It has not given us a breakout. Okay. Now it goes down below. It sustains over here. Okay. I know this is my breakout point. Now what happens from this zone? It has come directly to our breakout zone. It gives us a breakout and then makes a swing. As I said, it gives us a swing, and then what will be my stop loss? My swing will be my stop loss. My entry point will be above the new high. So once it makes new high, now see here, I'll just clear the drawings. Now see here, maximum green dots have come and the price has sustained for quite 30-40 minutes. So from 11 to 11:30, the price has sustained. So how to trade the green dots? As I said, let the price sustain near it, above it, and then so this you need to. So here I know indicator is one indicator is red box. One confirmation is red box breakout. Second confirmation is green dots. And if I'll add more technical levels, I'll get those confirmation as well. Okay. So the price is sustaining at the green box zone, and plus I'm ready to trade as soon as the new. So I'll not wait for 5 minute close in this scenario. So 5 minute it breached and then it gave me a swing. And once it crosses on 1 minute itself, I'm going to enter. So this is how you need to take the trades with respect to your stocks to focus breakout zone. As I said, check the red box, and likewise, I'm going to see the structures on this regard. So the next structure is now say this was one alert which was given 1928 by about 1928. Now I know this is a red box, same saga. See, we are keeping it, the structures are same because it will be easier to understand. Most of the traders, they are quite, they have this query like what to follow. I need only few patterns because see, we don't want to create a mess in our trading. We need to be more specific. We need to focus only on 2-3 structures and master them itself. Why to go beyond all the structures? So I have been following these structures since I've been trading for quite some time. So I've been trading since 2017 or so, and I've practiced all these structures, but I think this is the best structure. More simple you keep, more easier to understand, more risk free. Basically, see, risk, I'm keeping my risk intact. I'm taking my trade on breakout. I'm waiting for my swing low. I know one confirmation, there is a red box. Even if there are green dots, it will be added confirmation. I know the stock structure is for breakout structure. Then I'll just wait for my pattern to happen. So I have done my EOD analysis. I know my EOD analysis. That is, I know my stocks to focus. I know what are the breakout zones to happen. If I add up the levels, I know that as well. Just I have to practice my execution skill. So I need to be more sharp in my execution skill. I need to be ready with my execution patterns. I know that my execution pattern is Y structure. Only 2 or 3 execution patterns I'm following. So I'm pretty much clear in my mind that I'll be following such structures. So I just have to sit in front of the screen in the morning, and I just have to wait for my opportunity to take place. If it is missed out, then it is missed out. So the new day, I'll just check the other stocks. So it's not like every day I'm going to get my trades, or every day I'm going to get profit. So someday there will be SL, but whenever that pattern is been made, I will make sure I'm going to trade, because if you are not trading, you won't be understanding how market works. So once you start trading either with less quantity, then only you can go and improvise your quantity going ahead. So that is the core concept of trading basically. So you need to follow your execution pattern and master them itself. So Try to keep 2 or 3 execution patterns in your mind. Practice all. As a beginner, practice all the patterns and see in which pattern you are fitting out. Basically, you can understand either some guys master themselves on trend line breakdown, trade line breakout structures. They have more conviction on reversal trading. That is, the stock is following and then it is reversing. Some guys have conviction on RSI divergence and all this. So try to master your conviction itself and don't try to waste time beyond all the patterns and studying all the patterns. Try to master either bank nifty, try to master either stocks or whatever counter you are following. So try to do mastery in your space basically. So that is the main learning of this markets basically. If you're trading, if you're doing breakout trading, try to see that your breakouts are happening near to your breakout zone. Try to see what are the confirmations, red box, green dots and all this. OMS is ready or will take more time. OMS for stocks to focus is not yet ready, but the fires alerts are getting traded as per the algo structure basically. So that is happening. Pattern to check in which time frame to execute. The time frame will be 1 minute and 5 minute. 1 minute NY pattern or 5 minute NY pattern. SL will be a swing low or day low, whatever basic as per your risk, and keep the risk constant in your trades basically. So that will be structure. Now the same thing Bata India, as I can see annotations. Wait, annotate. Same structure, red box breakout, a swing is made. I'm entering over here. So the same pattern, if you'll see all the structures, or now weekend is upcoming, you can check all the prior cases as well on our this thing on our Twitter handle. It is already been posted, or on our Instagram handle it has been posted. So you can check those structures as well. Now the same structure which has been mentioned, how to analyze aftermarket levels for next day, best time. See, aftermarket session will be taken once again in the next week. So we'll discuss aftermarket in that session basically. So currently we are only focusing we have also time constraints. So we'll only focus on stocks to focus this today. Aftermarket analysis, how to select stocks, which stocks will be best for breakout, which stocks will be best for reversal. We'll discuss it in the next webinar itself. So this is the same pattern which I said. Now see, the stock has opened at 508. Now in this scenario, what should be my answer? I'll directly go and lessen my quantity in this scenario. Why? Because the stock is already traveling and I'm already the buyers into profit. Now see, the stock has opened somewhere around here. My breakout level is 514. Stock opens at 507. That is almost 1.5% down. And then it once in one way it goes and breaches my this thing, okay, breakout level. Now what happens, it has sustained for quite some time. Now you can see how much OI pressure is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 means so many indications have come on OI on OI front, and plus there is a red box. So chances are there, high chances are there that it will give me a breakout if it sustains above the green dot. So what's the main agenda is, it should sustain or create a box structure above the green dots and then go for a breakout above new high or kind of structure. And your stop losses will be either your swing low, or you can either keep your stop loss below this red box ka zone. So you can either keep that as well. So those who don't understand swing low, swing high, you can keep this stop loss below this red box ka zone. So that will also help you out in trading. And as I said, once it goes in your favor, book your profit, book 80% of your profit, trail your stop losses to your entry price, take some profits to your home. Or sometimes what happens, it goes upside. Then if you have trailed already, if it hits your SL, you're in zero risk, basically, you're very minimum risk. So the thing is, try to always save your capital. Market will reward once the breakouts will happen. So breakouts, because we are playing it on trap scenario, this will go into the extreme itself. So I'll show one example of, I guess, Sun Pharma, it was there. Yeah, Ramco Cement. 5th August. Okay. So Ramco Cement alert was, so we also give live alerts. So those who are in the premium groups, they would be knowing. So this is a stocks to focus trade which was given. So here I can understand that red box, same ways the stock opens somewhere around 731. My breakout zone is 739. Okay. So it is somewhere around 1%. Then it goes and breaks on the high side. Then it goes straight away on the upside. Now see, this was a swing low. If I'll go more into 1 minute, 2 minute time frame, it was a proper swing low which was made, and this was my SL. So SL was mentioned in the WhatsApp group. So likewise, it will be my entry point. above day high, your stop losses will be here. Now see, at this point we had almost hit our SL, and then once again the retracement come. So see, either you can give your full SL or you can wait. So these days are days like where we are kind of lucky, or guys who have traded, I guess, the positional trade in Moltec pack, which hit my SL and then it had rallied around 8-9%. So those are kind of unlucky days where your SLs will be hit and then your targets will be achieved. So it's okay with that. So it is a part of the game. But certain days are such like you will be saved from your SL and then it will give you a target. So these are also certain days, like trade in HDFC Life was such that we had almost missed our SL by 1 point, and then it had given a positional trade of 10% rally or so. You can see right now also HDFC Life is running good on the upside. So those are certain times where SL will be. So it's not like your SLs are hunted as such, just that those days are unlucky days basically. And the same thing, the same structure in Sun Pharma, which was there. Now this is almost so we did not, so see, prior day we did not predict that such a big rally would happen of 6%. Okay, now what happened over here? Draw. Yeah. So this was a red zone. So prior day I knew that this is the breakout zone 896. So on 29th of July. So 29th of July, we'll see what was our breakout zone. So currently we are also posting the stocks to focus on Twitter, Telegram, and as such, but later on going ahead, we will restrict it to premium groups and the demo groups, which we are there following it up. So all the cases are there. You can see the same pattern is being followed. So just that we need to keep a track of the trading pattern, and just we need to execute as per the trade. Okay. Yes. Now see what's mentioned over here. 898 is our breakout point. Now the first thing, as I said, check for red boxes. Since we are buying, check for red boxes on the adjacent chart. Okay. Now I know that red box was here. So it was somewhere around 896.25. So a day prior itself, I know this is the breakout zone for Sun Pharma. The next day, I just need to wait for my Y pattern. Now Y pattern is being made. Is the Y pattern made? Now see what happened. The stock has opened slide gap up. As I said, the stock is opening slide gap up or within the breakout zone itself. So 898 was our breakout zone basically, as per mentioned, and it has opened just near it to it. Then it goes one way down after the red dots and all the structures. Then green dots kick in, and then what happens? Basically here it starts coming on the upper side. So here, so I know that day I had actually, once this move had happened, I had placed my order, buy above order somewhere around here, because I thought ki chalo green dots is there, it might come here and then it might give me a breakout. And actually that day it was an earnings day for this thing. So results was about to come for Sun Pharma. So it's okay. See, results and all those things are okay. But if you are following your pattern, and if you know you are keeping your stop losses, you know that stop loss is going to trigger. It's not like I'm playing with all the risk and all my capital. I know my risk per trade, then it's okay to trade on the result day or any event day if you are keeping your risk intact and if you are following the pattern. Now what happens, I know that above the day high I'm going to enter my trade. Now it once again goes down, it starts consolidating and it goes in a sideways zone. Then all of a sudden might be there will be a shakeout, that results would have come, and suddenly this stock gets triggered. Now as soon as it get triggered, the next candle itself it has gone. Now these are very rare days that such big movements happen, but eventually we had predicted that it will go give us a good breakout about 898. It has given our pattern, and that's the thing. So we need to keep focus. So even if we get two or three trades in a month where we are getting good ROI on our capital, it is done. It will take care of our small losses, which we will be giving on other counters, or which we are taking our losses or small losses which we are giving. So this kind of big trades will help you out. Plus there were green dots and everything, but we were actually planning to buy here itself. When after the green dot sustain, it was going on the upper side. I was planning for here itself, but later on in the later half, see after 130, as I said, either the breakout will happen in the morning or the breakout will happen beyond 130 or so, 130 to 3, because see, first 1.5 hour, then last 2 hours or such, those are mostly active. Otherwise the mid time frame is quite slaggy in the market. So that's the thing. So breakout, I guess, stocks to focus is pretty much clear, or any doubts as happening, because most of the doubts which I get from the clients or from the students, I have covered it, like what is the stop loss, what are the targets, time frame. So going ahead, you can refer this webinar, how to trade them. Most of the things are cleared. So gap opening, how to trade the gap openings. As I said, trade less, or if it is extreme gap of opening, then just avoid that day basically. Sir, execution for volume buzzer stocks. Volume buzzer. Could you briefly take volume buzzer stocks? Yes, we'll check volume buzzer as well going ahead. Also, volume buzzer webinars are there on TradeClue YouTube channel. You can check, but we are trying to improvise certain strategies on volume buzzer front itself. So once those strategies are being improvised, then we'll take a webinar on the new improvisation. So that is currently into development, certain volume watch list, and we are also improvising the live market queries as such. So once all those updates are done, we'll take those webinars as well. So stocks to focus and all these aftermarket. So next webinar will be on aftermarket, basically aftermarket, a reversal breakout, how to plan momentum and all those structures. So wherein you can also take, so you don't have to only rely on stocks to focus. You can directly check whatever stocks are L and what more likely, which stocks are more likely to perform in your favor. So that also you can do your analysis. It's not like it will be conveyed only to these 2 or 3 stocks. So more agenda is to trade independently, or trade independently with the help of all these tools. So it's not like only you can trade the alerts. Now today one alert had come as Bharat Forge Coal India. Now Coal India was a NY Pro alert basically. NY Pro alerts are quicker to trade actually. So these are not actually given into the group. So 5 minutes, same ways. Now this structure I avoided. So if you know that it was not posted in the group, why? Because it has already given a good downflow. I did not expect it. Basically it might go so much on the downside, because yeah, breakout zone was somewhere around 220.5, and if I'm entering somewhere around 219, the chances are that it might retrace. So these are 20%. As I said, this will fail 80% of the time, but 20% of the time it might work as well, because today index is also bearish. 1.4% bank nifty is down. So basically such time, but the scenario remains intact. See, the structure remains intact, the Y pattern. So always rely on Y pattern, that is a box being formed, and then keep your stop losses over here. If you want to enter, you can enter here, but on personal note, I won't be entering this stock because already the stock is down from 222 to 219. So around 1 to 2% move is done, and after that you are selling, then it becomes quite tricky, or you can trade less in such counter, or you can experiment, because see, I've been experimenting all these things already. And this, my entry same ways. Now this is a rocket scenario. This is kind of a 1 minute. If you are getting a 1 minute structure, now see, my entry, if I'm getting to trade on 1 minute time frame, now this is my red box. So any stock you take, you will be getting red and green boxes. Any stock you take, you plot your breakdown and breakout levels and watch out for Y pattern. It's not necessary only these stocks you need to trade. Take any stocks. Let's see, we'll select all these structures over here, and I'll just randomly select one or the other stock, and then we'll watch out for our pattern to be made. Just that we'll have to watch out for a pattern. Now see, Wipro is here. Today Wipro, what happens in the first 5 minute candle, it has breached red box. Now these bands can come when the stock was in volume buzzer. That is, the stock also has volume in it, so the bands have appeared onto it. So I'll just check 1 minute time frame of this thing. Now this was our breakout zone on Wipro today. Okay, so this is a random stock I'm choosing from my watch list, from our aftermarket. Now see what happens. Red box breached over here. Now what I will wait for is a Y pattern to make. Y pattern means a swing low to be make. Now a red candle comes, green candle come. Now at this point of time, I know that green dots are in the formation. Now see, red band is there. Okay, that is one confirmation. If red band breaks, then red band means there is a volume on the counter. If it breaks, then a follow-up buying can happen. Okay, that I know in my mind, that red band has already breached. The second confirmation is what? Green dots are there. That is OI structure is, OI pressure is there. Okay. The third thing is that I'll be entering my execution pattern. Execution pattern, Y pattern, as we discussed from today's session. 1 and now this will be my 439.50. Okay, my stop loss will be either 438.1, more safer side it will be 437.65. okay, 1 2 3. Now it goes directly, it has given almost 1:1, and it starts traveling. Now see, once either, now what happens, how to trail your stop loss? Once it has gone given one more swing, you can keep your trail stop loss somewhere around here. Try to book some quantity at 441 or so. So like this, you need to keep a track of this thing, and then see later on, as I said, why I said before seeing this, I said keep your stop loss over here, comes nearby, goes sideways, once again gives and shoots up. And that's how you need to trade your breakout. So it's as simple as that. Just check any stock randomly, check for green boxes, red boxes, and then you are more pretty much sure to trade the breakout set. So but these structures, these stocks are more likely to break out from the system. So basically these are especially breakout structures. Why? Because they are beaten down, gone sideways, or either gone too much on the upside and then gone sideways, then we are focusing out for sell. But also you can trade it on your stocks randomly, even on index. If you are getting such structures, like we said, that bank nifty or so, green box goes one way down. I know this was a swing made. I'm entering somewhere below them. Now the mentorship students might be having all those components or all those structures, but this is from the point of view of TradeClue, how you can trade such structures. So that is a different thing. Okay. So the thing is, any random stock you check, once the boxes are breached or once that your pattern is being made on 1 minute or on 5 minute, you're pretty much good to go ahead. Okay. And now coming on to the positional trades, which we were saying, positional trades, basically it will be as per the alerts will be given to you in the group basically. So currently later on we'll be implementing it in the positional tracker. We'll also implement the watch list of positional tracker. We'll bring in some strategies onto it, but currently the alerts are directly given onto the premium group or the demo group basically. So alerts will be given in this format for the positional trades. So whether it be ultramarine or all those. So these positional trades, basically they work out on cash call. So cash call as in they are from cash segment as well as Nifty FNO segment. So it's not like they are only constrained to the Nifty 50 stocks or onto the Nifty 500 stocks. So it is all the stocks all together. So we are seeing such structures if there are some data points onto it, OI or volume and all those structures. And likewise the alerts are being produced by the TradeClue terminal, and likewise the alerts are given onto the group for your this thing. So it will be buy above, same ways buy above so and so level. Stop losses will be giving to you. The stop losses will be somewhere around 3 to 4% as such, and your targets you can keep it around 5 to 6% return on investment kind of structure. And likewise the time frame. So major question was, what is the time frame of positional alerts? So positional alerts time frame will be for 2 to 3 weeks basically. Beyond mostly beyond 1 week, if the stock remains sideways, we either trail our stop losses. Now we cannot trail our stop loss, so in mind we need to know that if a particular stock goes below a certain levels, I'm going to exit my trade. So currently as we can see, certain alerts are going. So we have already trailed our stop losses on PNB housing, which is going currently right now on the terminal. So likewise positional alerts will be given. So time span will be 2 to 3 weeks. Trailing stop loss, you can either trail after a 1 week or so of sideways movement is happening. Target will be around 4 to 5%. So the performance wise also the same ways. Why positional alerts have been working quite good enough right now, because the markets were also up, and these stocks have already shot up more than 5 to 10%. Most of the stocks have shot up right now, and certain stocks have given our SL. Now as I said, as I mentioned, this small tech pack which actually took our SL 736, and then it had same day it had rallied around 8 to 9%. So that those kind of days are unlucky days. So it's okay. But if you have certain students had also texted, or certain client had also texted that they are still into that stock, so quite lucky for them. But still, if you are maintaining your SL, try to maintain your SL, because these are from cash segments and they might create problem if a big red tick comes. So that's the thing. So try to focus on your positional stock, try to create an alert. So if you are using Zerodha or Fires, you can create a price alert on your this thing on your terminal itself. So it might create alert, and you will be quite aware of your breakout prices itself. So positional alerts, you can keep a track onto the premium group and the demo group. If you are not into the demo group and you have subscribed for the demo, just text me in person later on after the session is done. I'll get it done. And if you are interested to take a demo of 2 weeks, so then also text me later on after the session. We'll start your demo as such. So any queries? So we'll just go through the queries which we have got. How to get into TradeClue group? Okay, Sudha, you just text me. I guess you have my number. I'll connect with you later on after the session is done. But trade below red dots, it's already gone down too much. Yes, if it is already gone down too much, I said the breakouts will happen only when, so if it, suppose if it is already gone down too much, suppose the stock is traveling. Now I know this IndusInd Bank is over here. The IndusInd Bank has been following all the way downside. Now what I need is, it needs to sustain for around 15 to 20 minutes in this range, or at least 3 to 4 5-minute candles, and then it should give me a breakout. So always there should be a halt. So if it is already on the extreme downside, there should be a halt, and then it should be a new move to happen. So that is the thing. Got clarity on execution. Okay, please send recording today. Yes, it will be recorded and it will be uploaded. So for future reference also, try to go through it. So stocks to focus, obviously it will be coming on day-to-day basis whenever the structures are good. So try to implement this thing. So just don't watch the webinars. Try to also trade, try to take trades, try to take those who are beginners, those who are from our foundation course. Try to start your trading, try to take small trades that will help you out. And once you are pretty much sure of your execution and all those things, once you gain your confidence, try to double up your position. Okay, please post in group about the next webinar. Yeah. Can you once again explain red and red dots and green dots? Basically, red dots is OI pressure. These dots are occurring during the, so as I say, green boxes and red boxes you will get on after market basis, that is pre-market basis. Before the market opens, these boxes I will be getting, and the green and red box confirmation I will be getting during the market. So red dot stands for selling, green dot stands for buying. But the thing is, it needs to sustain. If I'm planning to sell at red dot, it needs to sustain below the red dots and then give me a breakdown. So that is not as soon as the red dots come, I'm going to sell. So it's, if trading would have been such easy, we would have been millionaires by that. But the thing is, it needs to be sustaining below the red dots and then give me a new breakdown below the new low. Your SL will be somewhere around here if you're planning to trade as per the dots. If you're planning to trade as per the green dots, try to see that it is sustaining and making a box format above the green dots. Keep your stop losses below these green dots. Take your trades once the range is breached. Basically, that's the concept of trading the green and red dots. So you can track it on Nifty, Bank Nifty, because OI can be checked on Nifty, Bank Nifty as well. So that would be helpful enough on your regard. Now see what happened over here. It was sustaining above green dot, but did it make a new high? No, but instead it made a new low and it goes below the green dot. So you can take a counter trade by taking a sell trade and keeping a stop loss, but I would prefer to keep your view intact. Green dots, keep it for buy, red dots, keep it for sell. That is the thing. So any more queries we have? 1 second. Can you once again explain? Yeah, this is done. It is for stocks for Bank Nifty, Nifty. Yes, it is for both Bank Nifty, Nifty and stocks as well. So the execution pattern and all those patterns remain the same, whether you trade Nifty, Bank Nifty on TradeClue. So TradeClue will help me out with your the indications. As I said, trade confirmation is very necessary. It will add up to your confidence, like green dots, so yeah, red box, green box, so that will be, and you can see the cases of our prior cases as well. Stocks to focus, go through it during the weekend, go through the session again once again when it is uploaded on the YouTube. Link will be shared obviously, but make sure you try to see. Now the same structure, I guess someone had asked how to trade the breakout. So how to trade the breakout? See, likewise I need to trade the breakout. Clear all drawings. Gap up, sorry. Stock opens gap up above a breakout zone. Okay, this was our red box. Stock has opened gap up. Now I'll wait for some time to take a new high. After it comes down, goes sideways and kind of makes a range bound pattern, goes range bound, comes with a green dot. So quite 30-40 minutes, it is sustaining above the green dots, kind of sustaining with the green dots. I know this is a seller. Once this new high is made, the upper journey starts kicking in. Your stop losses will be a swing low. Later on, once it goes on the upper side, bring your stop losses nearby. So this confirmation will help me out. As I said, your breaching of red boxes, once the red box is breached, now gap up opening, then it comes down. See, that's why they said they don't enter in the very first candle. Profit booking will kick in. Let it cool down. Cool down phase is done, goes sideways and start its new journey by making a new high. So as soon as it makes a new high, I'm going to trade. Keep your stop losses somewhere around here. Once it gives you a breakout, try to bring your stop loss either below the green dots or nearest swing low, and then keep on. Because see, most of the times you will see that if you backtest or this thing as well, most of the times it will work. And if you are getting this confirmation with green dots with your boxes, then you are more, then you will have an upper hand over the alerts basically. So that will help you out with your confirmation. Session needed regularly for more confidence trade. Yeah, actually recently we had not conducted the session last month. We had some developments been happening on the backend team. So we'll start this sessions as well regular basis. We'll try to review. Now currently we only took the session for stocks to focus, but we'll also review certain trades which will be given throughout the week and which could have been traded likewise, or the best structures which could have been traded on TradeClue through our aftermarket analysis. So aftermarket analysis will be one of the main webinar which you need to attend. So that will clear more of your doubts, how to be prepared before the war kind of structure. So EOD analysis is your base for your intraday trading. 80% of the work will be done in your EOD analysis. The next 20% will be your trade execution and your psychology, trading psychology, how long you can hold and how quicker you can exit basically. So exiting is also necessary. Just don't see your profits and take losses basically. Sir, can you please tell your view in ACE? ACE, I guess it is not in Nifty 50 or FNO. I'll have to check it on TradingView. No, ACE. So TradeClue only has 220 stocks. So this stock is already on the upper side. So these are the breakout zones. See, selling, even if you see normal support resistance, these are selling zones. So these are selling zones. So selling will come, but see already one time, two time, three time, fourth and fifth time, it will give me a breakout and it will go to the new high. So that is how you need to analyze your charts. So chart analysis, we'll see it later. But I hope you guys are clear with the stocks to focus. And for positional, if you are interested in positional trades, positional updates are given directly. So those are cash calls. Those who are not actively in the markets on intraday basis, they can obviously keep focus on the positional trades and take the delivery based trade consider. So those clients who are not actively into the market or not actively in front of the screen, they can obviously prefer the positional updates or of TradeClue. Or if you are actively on the screen, then you can either take our stocks to focus, trade your stocks to focus as per the patterns explained throughout the session, and or you can trade the intraday alerts which are given directly onto the WhatsApp premium group. And if you're not there in the demo group, if you have subscribed for a demo, 2-week demo, try to make sure that you are into the demo TradeClue group, so you can keep a track of the alerts and all the updates which we'll be getting. I hope there are no more questions. So we'll end up with our session today and we'll connect again tomorrow, no, next week. All right, then have a happy weekend.